This procedure will demonstrate how to remove the air motor and/or the displacement pump for replacement or rebuilding. The system needs to be heated to operating temperature so that the components may be taken apart and cleaned. Remove the ram plate or follower from the material drum and lower it to set on a couple wooden slats across the base. Make sure the ram plate is down and the ram director valve or hand valve is in the neutral position. Turn off the air supply to the air motor. Bleed all pressure from the pump hose and foot valve by first activating the applicable heads and then opening the bleeder valves, or by running a few spacers through the extruder until the material pressure is under 100 psi. On the ADM, turn off the system heat, then turn off the main power and lock out tagout. Disconnect the material hose and remove the check valve assembly and/or the 45-degree elbow from the foot valve. Remove the pump sheet metal enclosure and disconnect the ground wire. Remove the hose clamp that secures the thermocouple, then remove the band heaters. Disconnect the proportional valve signal wire and the air motor position sensor. Remove the proportional valve and fittings. Remove the air lines to the follower blow-off valve. Tightly strap the air motor to the tie bar through the air motor lift ring. Loosen and remove the U-bolts from the platen lift rods. Remove the nuts from the air motor standoff rods at the pump end. Remove the nuts and bolts holding the cable track to the air motor support plate. Slide the end of the cable track out of the mounting plate and zip tie the track to the ram support tube. Remove the nuts from the follower lift rods. Fully loosen the pump rod coupler to the air motor rod. Slowly raise the elevator to achieve enough separation from the air motor tie rods to remove it from the pump outlet housing. Remove the air motor and repair or replace as necessary. Reference the Graco Santa Force Air Motor Manual 3A1211 Revision R. If removing the displacement pump with the air motor, then only loosen the nuts from the air motor standoff rods at the pump end. Then, when raising the elevator, raise it until the primer piston seat is above the follower. Then slowly lower the assembly until the primer piston seat is resting on the top of the follower. Remove the nuts and steady the pump as you raise the elevator to clear the air motor tie rods from the pump. Place the elevator in neutral and move the pump to a stable surface. Pump rebuild procedures can be found in the Graco Checkmate 800 Displacement Pump Manual 334127 Rev E. Reverse this procedure to install the new or rebuilt air motor and/or pump. Be sure to lubricate the intake cylinder and O-ring packing with high-temp grease or petroleum jelly when reinstalling the displacement pump into the follower. Reconnect the air motor to the displacement rod and torque to 145 to 155 foot-pounds. Replace the nuts and lock washers on the follower lift rods. Replace the U-bolts to secure the air motor to the follower lift rods. Reattach the band heaters and the thermocouple sensor. Remount the cable track to the air motor support bracket. Replace the sheet metal cover and reattach the air lines to the follower blow-off valve. Unlock the main power disconnect and power up the machine. Allow the machine to warm up to operating temperature. Replace the proportional valve. Air motor position sensor and the proportional valve signal wire. Then acknowledge the alarm on the screen. Reconnect the material hose and wrap the check valve. Note, use a flat blade screwdriver to clean out the end of the hose. This will make it much easier to get the thread started without cross-threading. Make sure the cup of the packing nut is 2/3 full with throat seal liquid. Raise the follower and make sure there's no dirt or debris stuck to the underside. Load a new drum of material as described in the manual or on the training video.